Harka kabajamtoota fi jaallatamtoota daawwattoota OROMIA11 akkam jirtu naga jirtu isiniin jecha ardha magaalaa kutaa bulchiinsa magaalaa St. Paul State Ferry Minnesota biratti argamna. Sagantaan kun Minnesota State Ferry kun waggaa waggaadhaan kan adeemsifamu yoo ta'u yeroo ammaa kana sagantaa kana irratti hawaasni maatii isaa fideetiin sagantaa irratti bashannanu. Sagantaa daawwannaan garaagaraa keessatti adeemsifamu. Kan ijoolleen irratti bashannan kan wantoota uumamaa garaagaraa keessatti daawwattuu fi kan waan hedduu maatiin dhufeetiin isteeta garaagaraa irraa dhufaniitiin itti bashannanan sagantaa guddaa magaalaa kanaati. Gatiin isaa salphaadha. Namoonni maatii isaanii bashannansiisuu barbaadan ijoolleen isaanii osoo gara mana barumsaatti hin deebi'in dura qabatanii dhufanii bashannansiisanii guyyaa guutuu asoolanii mirqaananii gammadanii maatii isaanii fuudhanii deeman. State Ferry keessatti maal fa'aatu laallama maal fa'aatu godhama waan jedhu hanga xumuraatti nu wajjin tura isin daawwachiifnaa isiniin jenna nu wajjin tura. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What is your name?
My name's Casey Peterson.
Katie, how are you? What do you guys are here today?
Oh, we're just here to see a lot of the stuff at the fair. My girls are here, they just walked by. They want to try a lot of the different kinds of food they have here.
Is this your first time?
No, I've been coming here since I was a kid.
What did you see the progress?
What have I seen different over the years? Well, there's a lot of different things. I was just thinking, oh, that spot over there, that used to be the La Choy Chinese food stand that we always used to stop at. But mostly it's actually pretty similar. Just different foods, different kinds of foods to try.
Is this getting bigger?
It's getting a little bigger, yeah. Yeah, parking is a little harder to find. We came really early this morning and found a good spot near a park and ride and got right in.
What do you want to say to the state about the parking too?
Well, parking usually has been a problem. Last year it was really bad. It took me over 2 hours to find a spot. But that was on the busiest day of the year at probably the worst time of the day. So I recommend coming early. It's not too hard to find a spot when you come early.
Yeah, thank you. I'm seeing you have a cameras. What do you do with the camera?
Yes. Well, I'm a professional photographer and videographer.
For how long?
I've been doing it for over 25 years.
What is the fun part of being a photographer?
I think it's getting to experience so many different things and meet so many different types of people, and it's given me access to see things that I never thought I would have seen before. I've filmed a wedding for an NBA player last month. A couple months ago, I did a piece for the American Birkebeiner ski. It's a big week-long cross-country skiing event that was put on CBS Sunday morning news. That was pretty cool. I've done videos for Harvard University. It's been quite a ride if you want to see and meet new people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
What is your name? Why are you here today?
My name is Manera, and this is my first time coming here.
How do you see the state fair?
It's actually fun. Hot, but fun.
So what kind of fun do you guys have?
I'm just here for the food, so that's fun for me.
Are you from here?
I am, yeah.
Is this your first time?
It is my first time. It's kind of sad, but yes.
What kind of experience you want to share with the people?
They should come here. It's actually fun, and you get to meet people and eat different food and socialize and network, I guess.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Give it up for Moonlight, y'all! Come on, Minnesota, make some noise!
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. How do you see this year's state fair?
Well, it looks good to me. A lot of people, lots of fun. It's hot.
It is hot, I know.
That's when you know you're at the fair, right?
Do you have anything to share with the public about the state fair?
It's good to see everybody just hanging out. You know, this is a cool thing, a cool place, you know, to be. And just to kind of relax before everybody jump into school, you know, for the fall season and stuff like that. So, yeah. The weather's kind of cool. It's like you get hot for it to get cold, you know, really soon out here. But, yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
What kind of stuff like having fun you guys have?
Well, the animals I think are gone, but like going down the giant slide, of course, eating, that's number one on the list. And just, you know, having fun with talking to your friends, and I love to people watch. So it's so fun to just watch people have fun and enjoy themselves.
Is this your first time or?
No, it's my second time. No, actually probably my third time. Yeah, but my first time this year. Yeah.
What is the difference between the third and the first and this one?
The first time was when I first moved here, and it was just like, whoa, this is huge. And then, you know, as you keep coming, you're like, oh, okay, all right. It's not as big, you know, as the first time. But yeah.
Do you have anything to say to the public?
Yes, so I'm a breast cancer and colon cancer survivor. So get your checks. I just finished chemo a couple of months ago. And yeah, just get your checks, because had I not gotten my checks, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you want to say about the State Fair 2023?
Well, I would say, as we all know, it's the Minnesota Get-Together, right? The great Minnesota Get-Together. I've been to the State Fair over 20 times, and right now, on a Labor Day, this may be the least amount of people I've ever seen at the State Fair, and I think the heat has driven them out.
So what do you see the difference between, you know, you've been coming for 20 years, you said. What did you see?
I'm going to say today, typically, like I think 2 days ago, it was over 200,000 people showed up. Last Friday, there were 163,000 people that showed up. That was a record for the first Friday of the fair, you know. And today, I don't think we're going to see 100,000. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but I think we're going to be hard-pressed. But the one thing I'm going to say is at the Liney stage, we just saw a free concert, and it was all the people that were touched by Prince, all of his proteges from all the various bands. That right there, free concert, price of admission.
What did you witness? What is changing so far?
So far, what's changing is really not much, and I think that's why everybody likes coming back to the fair, is because we see the old food stops that we went to as kids, and that's what we love about coming back to the fair, because it's all about traditions.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
What is your name and what are you guys are doing here today?
My name is Carrie, and I'm with Driver and Vehicle Services at the State Fair. And today we're talking about our new blackout plates that are available January 1st. They're a black plate with white lettering. It's a new option for people, and you're able to order them online and in person beginning January 1st or later. We also are sharing information about our new virtual assistant, and this is something that's available in 4 languages: English, Spanish, Somali, and Hmong. And we encourage people to go online at drive.mn.gov to try out our virtual assistant. You can type in your questions and receive answers. There's also a feedback button where you can select that and provide feedback to Driver and Vehicle Services. We take that feedback into consideration in all of the work that we're doing and what we're developing next. So please provide your feedback online through that tool. And then we're also talking about driver's license for all. And so this is something that is now going to be available for people beginning October 1st. And you're able to apply for a standard driver's license or a state ID, and you do not have to show the proof of legal presence. You have other documents that are available to provide in order to be able to get your driver's license or standard ID.
Thank you. What do you like the most about this year State Fair?
Well, this year at the fair, it has been really exciting here, talking about our #1 fan of the blackout plates. That has been a very popular topic. And of course, the fun fair food. My new favorite is the pickle pizza.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Good. What is your name?
My name is Brady Loudon. I'm the Assistant Director of Visit Bemidji.
What are you guys are doing here today?
So we are showcasing our town for tourism, and we are showcasing all the different experiences that you can do while visiting Bemidji. So we have hunting, fishing, the outdoors, music, culture, everything that a person would want to come do for tourism.
Tell me about something that you like the most.
Well, I'm a fishing guide, so there's over 400 lakes within 25 miles of Bemidji, so there's a lot of fishing. So as far as walleye fishing, the state fish, we have wonderful opportunities.
What do you like the most about the State Fair in 2023?
Just seeing all the different people that come to the booth and that have different ties to Bemidji, and they have different memories with being able to come experience our town, and just seeing the excitement that everyone has for the fair. It's been wonderful.
Let me ask you a specific question.
Yeah.
Have you ever met like peoples from East African?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, we see people from everywhere, which is fantastic. We love to see different cultures and areas being represented in the area. So we've seen a lot of different people at the fair.
What do you like something about, having different cultures, language barriers from around the world?
Yeah, it's just fantastic. We have different food, we have different music, and just being able to have different cultures and the diversity in the area. We're a small town, but with large town amenities, so it's really fun to see the different cultures come and be able to experience our area.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, how are you, Dr. Bruce?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. What you guys are doing here today? I know you have a lot of stuff to explain.
Yes, so this is a very important spot in Minnesota because 3 things are coming together here. I'm an economist. I study the economic power of the ethnic communities, a $1.4 trillion economy. And here behind me is an illustration of that power in these cultural businesses. The most diverse set of cultural businesses you'll ever find in one spot in Minnesota. I have a video like the one playing right now on every business that will help people understand what they will experience in that place. So that's the second thing that's happening. The third thing is the artist here who is bringing the space alive, and in his art he is talking about the same thing I'm talking about, the diversity of colors that makes life more meaningful. In this particular case, the first daughters of Mexico, or many of the immigrant communities. So 3 things are coming together here: art, data, and practical illustration to show Minnesota the power of and the potential of our ethnic communities. But also in another way, in a very simple way, it's giving practical ways in which Minnesota can enjoy cultures. So we have right now, for example, food from Sabrina's Kitchen, the cafe. So people come and they see it and they say, oh, it looks like something we eat. So we start engaging with us as human beings. So these are various different ways of illustrating how to enjoy cultures. So when people come in here, they see the videos, they meet businesses, they see displays, but also we have activated the space in many different ways. We had a fashion show. That young lady out there and Nigerian roots, she had twice a fashion show of her products where she integrates culture into everyday clothing. And then we had the boxing champ, Sling Prosper. He just won against the grandson of Muhammad Ali. So he was here with his gloves and he drew over 200 people because he was also teaching them how to box with his team. And then we had another entrepreneur who was good, a musician. He played the drums here. We had a podcast. We had live streaming happening out here. So the combination of all these different things helped this place come alive in a very vibrant way. And together with the artist who over the time of this state fair has been constructing this art, which is pioneering work with 3M materials into this beautiful portrait. So all these different elements have made this space very alive these past 12 days. And I'm grateful to the Minnesota State Fair and the other people who have supported us to make this come alive.
Does cultural differences have a role to play in economic growth?
Oh, it has a lot to add. So for instance, we find different communities, the colors differ, or the tastes differ, or the visuals differ. So when a lot of people who have come to this room have been attracted to the colors because we have so many different colors in our communities. And also that those colors symbolize the different energies and talents we bring to Minnesota, that once we are allowed the opportunities, we are going to make Minnesota a beautiful place, prosperous space, but most of all a global destination, because people from all over the world will come here to experience what we are showing here in these 50+ businesses, how they can experience a good life. Where would you get the best Nigerian fufu? Well, there's a lady out here, Tony, she says she makes the best Ethiopian food. What did the second gentleman of the United States, the husband of Vice President Kamala Harris, what did he eat when he came to Minnesota? He ate in Adama. We show him the food that he ate. Where would you go to find the best Filipino food? Well, we have places. Where can I buy or get henna done? We have places. Where can we get jewelry? Like one lady came, she said, I was looking all over for these perfumes that Mashallah in AJ International Mall sells. So we add to all these different elements to make Minnesota a global destination.
Thank you. Let me ask you the final question. I hope this is a final question, but what does something that has to be changed for peoples of colors to have more vendors out there, like on the ground?
So one thing is very obvious when you go on busy days, that you can't find food. When we were displaying food, people wanted to eat it because they saw it so good, right? So I think there's opportunity to expand, and I'm grateful to the Minnesota State Fair for giving this first step. This is the first step for all these 50 businesses to have a place in the fair. So they now have been here, they have been displaying, their videos are playing, and they're showing to the Minnesota State as well as the fair that we can do it. So the next step would be, can we now move and sell things? So I would need a different license for that and space, but I'm hopeful that we can offer something very unique, because when people came by here over, I would say now at the end of the day about 2,000 people or more, that's a conservative estimate. A lot of the comments have been where, I'm glad you're here, oh what a brilliant idea, oh, it's a great resource. Or they would say, hey, my grandson's from Mexico. I lived in Peru, or I know this part of India. I live in this part of India. And so people from Minnesota have these global connections too. So I had this strong sentiment, and I had top leaders come here who talked about the power of cultural destinations, and I have their recording statements. So I think we have a lot of energy going into the future because we showed Minnesota and the State Fair even more than what I ever imagined could happen here. I never thought about the boxing match. I never thought about the podcast or the fashion show. But these people, I'll give you one example. I was showing this fashion show to another young lady and who was with this business. And I asked her, do you want to do a fashion show? And in 10 minutes, we did a Latino fashion show. And she said she did it for the first time, but she was so good. So all kinds of things happened here that I couldn't imagine, but it also shows that if you give us the space and the opportunity, we'll make miracles and wonderful things happen. And that's the big message going out from here today, the power of our cultural businesses and the opportunities.
What kind of advice do you have for the, infant companies or start business, as an economist?
See, in order to get 50 plus, almost 60 businesses here, I talked to over 100. Now, or more than that. Now, out of that, these people said yes, because they had the idea of the opportunity. This is all the people that I mentioned to you are the ideal demographic for ethnic economy because our businesses don't see them. And to have them as your customer, you're going to expand your market. So a lot of the businesses who actually came here to display, they realized the potential of that. They wanted to be here. They wanted to have a presence because they want to sell here in the future. So I think the message that is coming out from those businesses is, give us the opportunity and we will show you how well we can do it, because we're already doing it out there. There are businesses that are located in the Twin Stadium, in US Bank Stadium. They're already selling in places. They want a place to get access to it. So I think there's a lot of potential.
Thank you, Dr. Bose.
Thank you very much.